The West Asian crisis, to be more precise, the Iranian conflict, has created a deep impact even in the Indian households. And this time, it is LPG or liquefied petroleum gas because most of the households definitely depend LPG for cooking and other domestic activities. According to the statistics and survey, around 62% of the people in 2016 were using LPG, and the government reports claims that now 100% of the people are dependent on LPG once the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana was even rolled out. And the key question is the Strait of Hormuz, because 60% of India's LPG supply and demand was met by the Strait of Hormuz from Iran and Oman. It is completely closed and there are disruptions going on in the Strait of Hormuz. So the access to LPG has created a big problem in the Indian context. And another important thing is LPG is basically propane and butane as gases. And these are the gases that you can create either due to the natural gas production or crude oil refining or petrochemical processing. So the government of India has given directions to most of the refineries to increase the level of these gases to meet the supply of LPG. The next key component is LNG and liquefied natural gas. LNG is very crucial for India. And take a look at what is basically LNG. The liquefied natural gas is basically methane in gas. It's actually cooled at minus 160 degrees Celsius, converted into a liquid form because it's easy to transport via the ships. And look at India's natural gas production. Half of the production is basically done in India domestically, and the rest of the 50% we are depending on LNG. And here we have to note Qatar. Qatar is one of the biggest contributor and exporters of LNG in the world. Almost 20% of the global LNG production is met by Qatar. And India is definitely influenced and dependent on Qatar, and the Strait of Hormuz issue has again created problem for LNG supply to India. And that's a key concern. And when you look at LNG, apart from the other countries, especially the European countries, they have underground storage facility to cap and capture the LNG, store it and use it for later purpose. But India does not have this huge logistical thing. That's why India basically has containers or container terminals, especially the LNG container terminals in most of the coastal shipping cities. We regasify the LNG, then transport it to other sectors. So in India, you can take a look at the LNG. Natural gas is very important, very critical for fertilizer production, power generation, and even for city gas distribution and many other aspects of domestic. So whatever be the reason, gas is one of the most important area that India is dependent. West Asian crisis will definitely have a large impending demand on India's oil production.